everyone. Coach Sullivan here again with MJS Coaching Football. To my subscribers, I thank you. Non-subscribers, I'm hoping to tease you into pushing that button. This past fall, I completed my 38th year coaching football as a defensive coordinator, but over that time, I've also been an offensive coordinator, special teams coordinator, a longtime head coach, and all of this at both the collegiate and high school levels. Excuse me. In this presentation, I want to talk to you about one of our sniper games that we call Switch. Okay, and we're going to show you how it would work versus both the zone read and the power read, and included in that would be the RPO. Okay, over here are going to be the key terms in order to help you better understand, the rules and assignments and so forth for Switch. And then I'm not going to necessarily draw up the entire blocking scheme or anything like that, but I will give you an idea as to how the quarterback's read is impacted by Switch, which is the whole point, which is why it's part of our sniper game package. Okay? So the first key term is Switch itself, which is going to take aim at the quarterback read. That's what our sniper game package is. Okay, 10 plus years ago, the zone read, the power read, the RPO really had defenses on its heels. And so what we've done with our sniper game is we're trying to dictate to the quarterback what his read's going to be, not the other way around. Okay, and that's why it's called sniper game. Take an aim at the read, the quarterback read, not the quarterback. Okay, it's an important distinction. So switch involves the D line, as you'll see, the inside linebacker, and the outside linebacker. Now you can do it versus pistol, but it is much better versus an offset back to answer that question. So the quarterback's read is going to be a give when it's zone read, and it's going to be keep when it's power read. So when I get to the diagram portion of the presentation, it'll hopefully make more sense. Okay. So then number two, the purpose of switch, right? First, determining the read for the quarterback. Okay, like I said at the beginning. Second, mix up who those quarterback defenders are. Third, or C, right, have multiple quarterback defenders. D, also be able to sell out on the dive in the zone read and the inside threat, which is the quarterback, of the power read, and then also be able to defend the RPO. And so the last key term here, coverage, number three, it can be our base, which for subscribers, right, grade 4, grade 3, non-subscribers, push the button. Or we also have RPO specific, of which there are multiple coverages. So again, non-subscribers, if you push the button, you have access to all the playlists. So over here, first and foremost, right, switch. It's going to involve the D-line, so I'm going to take care of them first. But even before that, okay, when the halfback is offset, right, so let's first of all, key. Quarterback's under center, there's no zone read, there's no power read, right? So it's got to be in the gun. Make sure you teach your players that. Next, okay, when the back's offset to the left of the quarterback, we call it west. It's the only time we do it, right? West coast, left coast. At the back, we're over here, east. Teach your players what plays are possible and what plays to eliminate, right? On the side of the back is the zone read side with an RPO potential. Opposite the back, and so we're not talking about motioning receivers and all that stuff, is the power read, assuming no wide receiver motion. And then you still have RPO, right? So, first of all, defensive line. West equals a lucky call, right? Knows he is lucky. Slant A gap to the right. Defensive end opposite the call. Slanting to the right. This is a 58 front. We can also execute switch out of our base 50 front. Okay. Now here's the key. Defensive end on the zone read is who the quarterback is reading. Okay. That's why he's squared. On the snap of the football, he executes what we call shuffle, which means he's going to penetrate and sit on the heels, not literally, but penetrate and sit, okay, with hot feet, showing his numbers to the quarterback, which says give the football, right? Give the football. Determine the read for the quarterback. And so when he sees the quarterback doesn't have it, he folds in late. So what's meant by static for the backer on the side of the halfback or the side of the lucky, right? He reads the mesh. So this is his inside or up foot. On snap of the ball, his other foot is just sitting and zitting, reading the mesh. The quarterback has it, right? Quarterback, quarterback, quarterback. See, multiple quarterback defenders mix up who the quarterback defenders are, right? If the quarterback gives it, which he should, we've determined that read, then he's going to fold in and become part of tackling the dive back. There it is. Boom, done. Okay. Now, over here, power read, right? There's the outside portion of it. Here's the inside portion of it. In an odd front, this is who quarterbacks will read when it's the power read, right? He's more often than not. The backside guard is pulling and looping up to block linebackers, right? Well, what's the other part of switch here? Going back first to the zone read on the snap of the football. Okay? He's not playing static. See, this is the switch part. Okay? He is going to plug blitz. Plug blitz. And so that guard's zoning, as we anticipate he will, he's going to react and bend off of that. So he does not execute static when it's switch. That's the key. So subscribers know this. They've seen static a zillion times. He's not going to execute the static. That's the other part of the switch. Okay, he now becomes the B gap, switching with the defensive end. The defensive end shuffle technique is his usual static technique. See, they switch assignments. We've switched it up for the quarterback. This is the beautiful part of switch. Okay, so then now that takes care of zone read for this presentation. On the power read, the only part of the scheme I'm going to draw is the pulling guard and the center who's going to be blocking back, right? On the power read, he is still going to plug and he is going to rip through the backfield shoulder. Okay, we're not changing it up. Switch is switch. He's going to plug. He's going to change, okay, his aiming point on the pull, but he's still going to pull. Okay, he's still going to pull because the nose guard, as he is ripping, he is still making contact and getting a big piece of the center, which should hopefully deflect the center from a clean block back. And the nose does that on zone read and power read. The nose is not paying any attention to the pulling guard. Okay, so switch, huge. Linebacker and defensive end are switching assignments and techniques. The shuffle is the inside linebacker version of static. The inside linebacker is the B gap guy on this. He is plugging the B gap. Okay, and that's how it works. And so the quarterback should keep it. He's going to be fitting in the B gap. These guys are all going to, if the quarterback screws up and gives it to the running back, shouldn't have very far to go. And On any down block by the guard, the nose is taught to cross the face. So we're going to have two guys in the B gap on either side of the guard, because the inside linebacker is going to rip through what would amount to the outside portion, right? This adds a gap. Now you got an extra gap, and the nose is on the inside portion of that pulling guard. So the quarterback, whichever side he tries to go through, should have the opposite color looking him right in the face. And with any kind of luck, a bending, blitzing inside linebacker to boot. Okay? So as I said at the beginning to my subscribers, I thank you. Non-subscribers, I hope I tease you into pushing the button. Okay, to everybody, please, questions, reach out to me at coachmjsullivan@gmail.com. I'd like to thank you for watching MJS Coaching Football, and I'd like to thank YouTube for providing this platform.